Hi, if you're new to my channel, I'm the Super Libra Power, also known as SLP, and I am a tarot reader and astrologer. I'm self-taught, and I'm the Super Libra Power because I'm a Libra Stellium with 7 placements in Libra. Happy Libra season, and happy new moon in Libra. We just had it yesterday. If you want, you can tell me below in the comments what you did for your new moon in Libra. Did you get with people? Did you really crave to be with your partner? Or did you just lay in bed all day? Or did you think yourself into an overthinking spiral? Share your comments below. Other than that, today I just really wanted to start off this Libra season with giving the people something to inspire them and to keep them going, keep us going. And so I'll be pulling a tarot card for the week, for this week, that you can, sit and meditate with and come back to anytime during this week if you just need the kind of pick-me-up. And yeah, we're just gonna go with the flow here. I'm here in my PJs. I was complaining about my hair earlier because I really want to redo it. It's really low key. Yeah, I got cards. I'm blowing my nose a lot. Hopefully during this entire video I will not have to blow my nose. That would be an accomplishment for all of us today. And yeah, before I start any reading with anyone, generally, I like to ask how you're doing, how you've been feeling, and so because you all are the audience and you have the opportunity to comment how you've been feeling, how you've been doing, you have the opportunity to do that. However, I will share here how I've been. Yeah, I've been really emotional, if I'm being honest. I think the moon's like transitioning into the Libra new moon, we have the full moon, then it gets smaller until it turns dark and it's the new moon, right? So like this disseminating period has had me losing patience. Patience for this kind of like, I guess, just dealing with other people's bullshit. I'm cussing. Okay, we got that now. Yeah, so that's been me, and just trying to get a little bit more centered into my body and my feelings, and like communicating that and sharing that is really important. Yeah, I think that's it mostly. Short and sweet and to the point. I like that. I have a Saturn in Aries. So I want to get things started and just see where the wind takes us. We're using the Akamara Tarot deck today. Hold on, I can show you the box. Akamara deck. And it is an African diaspora inspired deck. I forget the name of the creator, but she has an Instagram. Excuse me. And I think it's at Akamara Tarot on Instagram or something like that. But she's really cool. She makes oracle decks. She makes them herself. You'll see when I start pulling the cards, it has this beautiful gold lining on like the edge of the card, and like interwoven within like some of the cards themes. Also, the cards have different names for the for all the suits, and main guides of the cards. So the major arcana and the minor arcana, they kind of have different names, but I'll explain them as we go along, for anyone who needs help with deciphering those. Yeah, spirit guides and Goddesses above and within us and around us, if you could help me to communicate to the collective what we should be focusing on for this week of New Moon in Libra, we will be ever so grateful to commune with you and to restore balance to our world, our inner world. Just one card to focus on. It feels so Libran too, like while I'm shuffling this deck, I'm like, ooh, this card, no. Let me keep going. This card, no. Let me keep going. This card. It feels really funny. Like maybe we can be open to possibilities. Or maybe I'll just be pulling multiple cards this session. Who knows? I'm gonna go with my gut instinct on that. So, alright. I pulled 4 cards, maybe 5. So I'm just gonna start with one of them. So let's see what we got. We got I think this is the 9 of Cane, or 9 of Wands. I'm gonna count the canes real quick. 2, 4, 6, 8. It's actually 10. Okay, so it's the 10 of Cane. So it's the 10 of Cane. I'm not sure if it's reversed. I'll have to look at the booklet really quick. Okay, it's upright. So that's one theme. I feel like 10 of Cane upright is about assembling our priorities and how we anticipate showing up for collective and for community. 10 being the end of the suit for all of the suits is expressing like a culmination of. So, with the new moon, new beginnings, we're starting off with, new aspirations of showing our love and showing our support for our communities this week. So that's a route that we could take this week, considering, who it is that's showing up for us, how we want to bring more of our values and our intimacies within our communities, how being vulnerable and being just showing that, by being an individual, we can have relationships with, our outer, with our community, because we have to maintain that balance of, like, yes, me and them. Moving on, the very next card that I pulled is the Ia Kauri, which is the Queen of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck tarot. I'll hold it up so you guys can see it a little longer. And this is what she looks like upright. So, Ia Kauri reversed. It may be in our best interest to think about what we can still let go of physically this week. And this is really on brand for our Mercury transit right now. Mercury representing communication, travel, technology, transiting through Virgo right now, which it is in, it's at home in Virgo, basically. Virgo being like a top tier, precise engineer of communication and navigation. But with it retrograding right now, Virgo is kind of like taking a break from being precise. She wants to kind of observe what it means to really be right, which is good because we should all review the things that we think we're right about, but maybe we're not so right about it. It gives us an opportunity to be in this malleable place of changing what we know is right and is wrong. via our communication, our thoughts, and how we manage that on a day-to-day basis with our physical environment. So this E of Cowrie reversed, I'll show it again, is saying that like maybe everything that we've built up to this point, maybe that needs to be dismantled. Maybe we need to let go of that. Maybe there's some toxicity interwoven into some of these practices, into some of these material things that we own. The first thing I thought of when I thought of that was like sustainable reuse of like clothing and things like that. So like sweatshop free options, making our own clothes. Are we reusing? Are we recycling? Are we putting goodness back into the earth? Is there a more ethical mode of consumption, of transportation, of existing that we can embody? I feel like I want to sing more. Eat lots of plants this week if you can. I started my morning off with cookies. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And like as soon as I ate them, I felt sick, and I only ate like 2. I ate that and some milk, some cashew milk, and then some water, and I was like, ew. And I immediately was like, I could have had an apple. If only I wasn't just like the very thing that I can conceive right now with this in my vicinity is some cookies. So that's what I'm gonna eat, and then I'm like, ew, that was a mistake. So if you can, eat some vegetables, be in nature. Fall is here. Get out and breathe in some fall equinox air. I'm in my air sign element and I love it. I love the air, and the sun is just beaming on these leaves, even though it's getting colder, so the leaves are going to change color. I'm in Atlanta, so it'll take a while for the leaves to really start changing color, but in the meantime, I'm enjoying the green. That's another thing to watch out for as the temperatures change is, losing that chlorophyll, which is connected to our heart chakras, which is connected to the earth signs, our Mercury sign in Virgo. We'll see these repetitive themes occurring whenever we have an earth sign transit. Attachments are being drawn to green or to browns, earthy colors, which help us with like emotional therapy. And taking those colors into our bodies as well symbolizes our connection to these spaces that we hold. So yes, chlorophyll, earth, nature, vegetables, eating healthy. Libra transits typically make us want to like eat sugar, and I should know. I should know. It's connected to the kidneys. The kidneys also help with regulating our skin and how healthy our skin is. So you definitely want to be mindful of your consumption, because whatever it is that you put in, you're gonna get out. Yeah. Kidneys, water, people, water. All right. Moving on to the next card. We have like 2 or 3 cards left. Okay, so it looks like we have a water sign card, the 10 of Calabash, or in the Rider-Waite deck, it's the 10 of Cups. And this is about emotional fulfillment, a culmination of emotional fulfillment and sharing. And I feel like the 10 of Cane and the 10 of Calabash together really do symbolize that like loving, heartfelt outpouring of hard work and labor. It's like hard work and labor meets like fulfillment. Like, oh my God, this feels so good. Why? Because we're ethical and we get rid of that old toxicity in that like non-ethical consumption, that non-ethical practice. You'll see it happening in work. I will complain about that every time y'all get on my channel. I'm gonna complain about work, okay? I'm going to complain about capitalism. We are an anti-capitalist affiliation here in this household. And I'm going to talk about it. You can just guarantee that I'm going to talk about it. And yeah, so, oh my gosh. And Libra being, you know, Venetian is all about relaxation and beauty and taking our motherfucking time. So, if someone is out here trying to rush you to be on time, that's literally what I thought. If someone's out here trying to rush you to be on time, ask yourself, is this my time? Is this my time? And if it's not your time, then it's not gonna happen. Yeah. And it's important that we honor that. Like, what the fuck is our time? Have we stopped to ask what is our time? Maybe you're a 4 o'clock person when the world is trying to make you a 6 a.m. person, but you're really a 4 p.m. person. And it's up to us with, you know, these tools that astrology is giving us to create these spaces where we have more options. Libra also loves its options. And finding the in-between of that too, you know, because, you know, Libra wants things to be palpable to everyone, but like still, she understands that everyone is an individual, and not one person is going to like the exact same thing, even though you can kind of like, you know, get close to the what is it called? The bullseye mark, but it'll never be like 100% accurate to one person's taste than to another person's taste too. You know, it just won't work like that. And that's good. That's great. That's what makes us all unique and human. Excuse me. And so I really do feel like this Ten of Calabash is asking us what makes us feel good, what makes us feel whole, what good work can we do that will honor our connection to others. Finally, but also not quite, because it's 2 more cards. We have Onija Cutlass. Oh my gosh. An Onija Cutlass. What can I say about Onija Cutlass? Onija is the Knight of Swords, okay? And so this is about being precise. This is about making our mark. This is about having ambition and goals and going after them. Like, it is the definition of like keeping your eyes on the prize. And I appreciate how it's upright right now. I would say that could symbolize that Libra, who represents the scales of balance and justice, is saying that, you know, our sights, as long as they are within these ethical, functional, sustainable, I'm just going to say recycling, because that's all that I can think of, these recycling processes or ways of being, of, you know, nurturing our community, of this means something to me, but I can't explain it. Putting back into our community. Well, as long as we have that, then, you know, we'll be successful this week. So think about what that is for you. Try to find the space within your mind that actually has a grip on of any form of clarity. You know, we are still in retrograde, and we're also getting out of retrograde. I think it ends on the 2nd of October. I think. And with that being said, so we're like in this mid period of almost being out of the retrograde, but like not quite. And then of course there's a shadow period. So keep your eyes on the prize. Let's include collective. Let's include community. Let's not be... Shit. Yes, Dad. Thank you. Thank you.
Indeed.
That's I'm good, babe.
where you were?
Yeah. Flow's not ruined. Flow's not ruined. That was kind of cute how my dad came in. I'm a delivery guy. Get out of here. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. My father came in. I don't quite remember where I was. Oh, our eyes on the prize, right? Within the sphere of equality and ethics and eliminating toxic waste, and it's bound to happen. We eat food, then we poop. That's just what happens, We have to consume things in order to evaluate what is actually healthy and good for us sometimes. Sometimes it really is trial and error. Other times it's, actual calculative, steps and instructions. Let's see. How we put that back into our communities. How that affects our emotions. How that affects and I will say it because I believe it, our divine timing. Our time. What's your motherfucking time? And the very last card that I have for us today is Olaya. And Olaya is the strength card. Olaya is a mother. And the booklet talks about her, but I'm not going to read the book today. I love mothers. I love moms. I love mommies. What do mommies do for us when they're good, right? When they're good to us. They nurture us. They protect us. They kiss us. And they hold us close in their bosom, right? If they have a bosom. I think everyone has a bosom. She keeps us safe. She uses her intuition. She has to battle misogyny or misogyny war every day in our society, in our current society. She has to battle discrimination. She has to battle against the elements and through the constant changing climate of our world. And that's how she protects us. And I really feel like with this card, strength is asking us to be malleable, asking us to be mutable. It's saying, yes, things will change, things are going to change. And fortification does not mean being like saying that you're not going to change, because things change. Things always change. If you tell yourself you're not going to change, you're lying to yourself, because you are going to change. Understanding your core values is imperative, is important. But even the ways in which you express that are going to change. They're going to evolve. They're going to expand. And we have to appreciate that. People change. Does this mean inherently that people cannot be trusted? Can nature be trusted? I believe that I have a deep inner connection to nature and to the bodies of life that exist larger than humanity, have breath, have a flow. That flow changes. And we, on a smaller scale, feel the waves of those changes occurring, whether they be just extremes here, earthquakes, or natural disasters. But even the smallest thing, smallest. Like, realizing that an animal we thought was extinct is not extinct, or endangered is not endangered anymore. Beautiful things happen in our world, not just bad things. It's so important that we are not blindsided by the chaos that media incessantly projects. But on the flip side, we're not also walking into this world as if nothing is wrong and we have this false aura of positivity about us. Because at the end of the day, that's a coping mechanism. And we all do need coping mechanisms, but when you try to mold someone else's life according to the way that you cope, that medicine may not translate well to this other person, especially if you're not considering all sides of the situation. So let's be wary about our consumptions. Let's be wary about our medicines. Let's not do anything that does not serve the greater good and the emotional faculties of our community. And let's do hard work in love. In love and supplication and in the name of humanitarianism. And yeah, so that's all I have for today. My guys are saying show this card one last time. Onija Cutlass, people. The OG, the gangsta here, right? So, yeah, you know, I feel really good. I didn't even blow my nose not one time this whole video. And I don't feel nearly as congested either. And I'm going to give that to my boy Onija Cutlass, because I really feel some vitamin C power with this card. I really do. So I hope that changes my nasal situation. But that's all for this week, folks. I know I said a card to meditate on, but we had 5. Yeah. Have fun, live life, be free. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah. Love you. Bye.